Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and today I want to talk about a topic that I think a lot of people have thought about, but nobody's ever really discussed in detail, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. And the main reason I wanted to bring it up too is because I've been playing a lot of WoW again, but not in the same sense that you might think. I've been doing a lot of challenges. We've done the Amish challenge with myself, Kraken, Strippin', Gmart, like a bunch of streamer people. We made a guild, and the Amish challenge, for example, was permadeath, so kind of like the Iron Man challenge, but we made it so you can only use gear that has been crafted by someone in your guild or yourself. So you're very heavily reliant on professions and relying on your friends and everybody for gear. And then once you died, you died. You had to make a new character or whatever. Now recently we've been doing the Darkest Dungeon Challenge, which is another one we kind of made up, where it's permadeath. You can only get gear from dungeons, which everybody would be like, that's the best gear, Crendor. But the other catch is we have stressful events, which kind of like Darkest Dungeon, where stressful events will pop up and... What the shit is going on in the background? Stressful events will pop up, so you can only play with your left hand. You can only play with your right hand if like a group gets stressed. So say we're doing stockades, right? We're all level like 18, and somebody's like, "Oh my god, I almost died." That's a stressful event. So everybody rolls. Person with the lowest roll has to roll again to see what stressful event they'll have. One of them was to drop all your graphics settings to the lowest setting. Another one was they have to call the shots, so somebody in the group's got to call the shots. It's like the leader. One of them's you have to mute Discord and like all your communication stuff, so you can't really be like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm dying," because you're not on Discord, and then you die. So just little things that kind of impact how the game is played. And what I was realizing from all this, because somebody came into chat today and they're like, "Crendor, do you still play WoW?" And I was like, well, yeah, but not in the conventional sense, right? It made me realize, when will WoW get old? And I think that's something people have said for a long time. I guess it's in a more WoW forum or Reddit at this point question. When is WoW going to die? When's it dead? People have been saying WoW's dying for years. I've made videos being like, why I quit WoW, and now I'm playing WoW again. I've quit WoW so many times, and I've come back to WoW so many times that I can't even keep track of all of them. I quit WoW and vanilla WoW multiple times. I mean, there's never been a point where I didn't be like, I'm kind of bored with WoW, I'm gonna go do something else. I always come back to WoW, though, because I just think it's a great game. I think it's easily my favorite game out of all the games I've ever played. I think it is my favorite game. I mean, it's led me to so many opportunities in my life. It's led me to my career. It's gotten me through school and boredom, and it's still going to today. And I think it's amazing. And to me, that's one of the best games ever, if not the best game ever for myself, at least. That's besides the point. So I'm trying to think, when will WoW get old? When will we get to a point where we'll say, hey, you know what? Nobody's really playing WoW anymore. Blizzard doesn't want to support it, and it's going to get shut down. And I just can't see that happening. Like, I just can't see it happening. I think if it dropped to a certain point, Blizzard would go free to play, and they would get a whole bunch of people coming back and playing it. I think there's just so many things you can do, like I was just describing, with the game, where you create your own fun. It's something I've kind of push for a long time now, where you create your own fun in the game. And I think that's what I enjoyed about micro holidays or things like player housing, which I hope they add, because I think that allows you to create your own fun and do things like challenges, or you take the game and you kind of make your own twist on it. Like, hey, you can't, if you die, you're dead, or like we can only roll gnomes and we can only talk in gnomish things. You just, goofy things. And I think it's always open to that. And it still leads me to the question, when do you think WoW would die? How many more expansions do you think it has? How many more years? Have you done anything where you've gotten bored of the game and you thought you were like, I don't want to play this game anymore, and then you do something like that, whether it's playing with your friends or going back to old zones and leveling an alt, or whatever it may be, or do you just come back for new expansions? Like, what is it? What makes you come back to WoW? And when do you think WoW will stop just being a game? Because there's plenty of games where they've died off, in even in WoW's time of like 13 years. How long has it been around? 13? 15? God. What was it? 2004. So that's 14 years. We're going on 14 years, I think. Either way, it's insane to think the amount of games that have come and gone. But it's like, when will this die? It's almost like thinking about Google. It's like thinking, when will Google die? Like, I can't see that happening. Like, when's somebody not going to use Google? Like, everybody knows what Google is. And yet, there's been times in history where things you can't ever see, like, not existing. Like, Blockbuster die off. And I think the only way something like WoW dies is if something better comes along. But with MMOs, WoW is just so polished and so ingrained in the MMORPG universe that when you think MMORPG, you typically now think World of Warcraft, right? Because it's been the staple for 14 years at this point. And they're still going. They're still dominating the entire genre, and they're dominating over other game genres. Obviously, there's the games that are more popular, like Battle Royales right now, or FPS games, or MOBAs, or whatever it may be. But it's still, if you want to play an MMORPG, you think, well, I could play WoW, because you've got characters that you've leveled in the past, you've got alts, you've got time invested into the game, you've likely got friends that are playing it. It's casual enough where you can, have somebody just download it and play for 20 levels and be like, hey, I like this game, I think I'll buy it. You can play with your friends with ease. There's no time restrictions. I mean, there's so many things that play into why WoW is still one of the top games 14 years after it's been released. And now we're going to get to go back and go to classic WoW in the next couple of years, which I think is going to be great for everybody to go back and see. But I've already talked about that a decent amount. If you want to hear me talk more about it, I'll put a link to my classic WoW video at the end of the stream. But besides that, I just want to know, what do you think would kill WoW? And how do you think WoW would die? Would people just stop caring about WoW? Because I can't see that happening. I think it would have to be either a game kills WoW because it's better than it and more innovative. The same way WoW kind of took over the entire MMORPG genre. It was better and more popular, and it just kind of took over, and then it ran with it. And people try to compete, but they couldn't, and I think that's kind of where it's at, where something has to be so innovative and be like, oh my God, I never thought this would be an MMORPG. This is so well done. This is crazy. This is better than WoW. It would have to be that type of game that brought WoW down. And even then, WoW has been around so long that it would have the nostalgia factor, where if you ever got bored with that game, there's still something in you, I think, that would want to go back and play World of Warcraft. There's just nothing that really even compares to WoW in that aspect. It's kind of insane when you think about it. I can't think of any other game that has such a grasp over an entire genre like WoW. Usually there's at least some other competitors, you know what I mean? Like LoL and Dota, or PUBG and Fortnite, or, you can go through all the things. Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, like MMORPG is just like WoW. Maybe like EVE Online's been around a long time. I mean, EverQuest, nobody really cares about. RuneScape, maybe? I guess you could say RuneScape, but even then, I don't know. So, I'm just kind of curious what everybody thinks. And leave your comments. Leave anything I've asked this video. I've already forgotten what I've asked. I've asked like multiple questions, but that's the main one, is what do you think would kill WoW, or why would WoW die off? Or do you think you'll ever get bored with WoW? I think that's the biggest one, is do you think you will ever get bored with WoW? And that doesn't mean like, I stopped playing for, a month and now I came back, because everybody does that. Like, come on. Everybody has done that at least a few times in their WoW career, but I'm just kind of curious. So leave your comments, leave your questions. These are my favorite type of videos to make. Well, not my favorite, but like one of my favorites, because I enjoy reading all the comments and seeing everything. Just like the expansion one. I did not believe so many people loved Cataclysm as much as they did. There were people like, Crendor, how dare you talk about Cataclysm? I'm like, oh my God. All right. I didn't think it was that good. That's all I'm saying. All right. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments in the description below. Drop a like, drop a favorite, drop a sub. Look at that. It looks like a big smiley face. Look at that. He's like, I am Zul'Gurub. All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you next time. Okay. Okay. See ya.